Recently, I learned a new sampling technique from Kanye West and it quickly became one of my favorites. So today, I will share it with you, show you how I found it, explain how you can use it, and we will make a beat together using this technique. So what is this technique? And I like to call it the A-beat chopping. So once we get into the beats and I show you the samples, it will become pretty obvious why I call it the A-beat chopping. But basically, the entire idea of this technique is that we have two sections, section A and section B. And now one very important thing that you need for this technique to work is both of these sections have to have the exact same progression. So it's okay if everything else is different, like the melodies, the vocals, the drums. I even actually encourage doing that, but then the progression must be the exact same. And so if you have all that, like I have my two chops here, you can just basically take the sections and line them up. And what that allows you to do is now you can just start chopping between them, between section A and section B, and just picking chops, whichever you think sound the best. And yeah, that's actually the main idea of the A-B chopping technique. So this technique quickly became one of my favorites because it actually has so many variations, because there's just so many different ways you can chop up the exact two same sections, and there's just so much you can do with it. But how did I find this technique? Well, I actually found it by studying Kanye West's music. So I personally love learning new stuff by remaking songs that I like. And this particular technique I learned from remaking Kanye West's Through the Wire, which I actually remade like some time ago. And this technique didn't really click for me instantly because I didn't even notice it all that much back then. But I think subconsciously it like kind of stuck with my brain because I was just making beats and I was using it intuitively without even realizing what I was doing. But then it got to the point where I just started noticing it, like, hey, I've been doing like this similar thing for a couple of beats now, and it kind of goes back to this Through the Wire beat I've remade. So it just all started falling into place for me, and I started forming this idea of the A-B chopping technique in my mind. So if we actually take a look at the remake, this A-B chop basically happens when we get into the verse of the beat. So like here's the entire Through the Wire beat, and it happens right here at the beginning. So again, we have two sections. We have section A, which is this top one, and then we have section B. And notice that one section has the vocals while the other doesn't have vocals, but both of them have the exact same progression. So this just allows Kanye to chop between them whenever he likes. So he literally just duplicates both the sections over and over and then just jumps between them whenever he feels like. But if you're thinking about using this technique, then how can you do that? And so all of it goes back to both sample sections having the exact same progression. The cool thing though is you actually don't have to limit yourself to just two sample chops, because you actually can have more. So for example, you could use this as the ABC chopping technique. So I could have this additional third section here and I could just chop between all three of them. Or you can have two sections, section A and section B, but for example, section B is made up of two different chops. So instead of having section A and then section B be just one chop, this section B is gonna be made out of two chops. It actually doesn't matter what you do as long as the progression of both sections is the same. So the top and the bottom, your progression must be exactly the same. And that's simply because when they are the same, you don't have to worry about the musical stuff in the sample not working out. Because if the progressions aren't the same, you will now have to additionally worry about making your progression work, which it's not to say that it's impossible to do that. I've definitely used this technique like that before, but it just adds an additional layer of complexity for the person who's making the beat. So if you feel comfortable with that, then go ahead and try it out. But if not, keeping the progressions exactly the same is gonna make your chops much easier. So having talked about all that, let's actually take a look at one of my beats. So as I already showed you before, this is my sample. I have both section A and section B. And so here I actually sampled this record called Going in Circles. And so for my A-B chopping, I actually do something very similar to what Kanye does, because I will just take all of this, I will duplicate it, and now simply I can just start chopping between what I like and what I don't like. So here, for example, I'm thinking I will chop this section out here, So we kind of start with the section A and then transition to section B. Then we can keep that section B going for a little bit, and then maybe let's come back to section A. So let's actually take a listen to how this sounds. And so one pro tip you can see me doing here is I don't jump between the sections on the start of the bar. Because like for example here we have this bar starting right there, and I don't make the cut here, but I make it like midway through the bar. The cut doesn't even happen on like an even beat. It happens like halfway through the beat, which just helps out the chop mask itself a little bit, and it's not as noticeable. Another thing is that whenever I make these chops, I'm very careful about what's happening in the sample. Like for example, I have the vocals here. So before I make my chop, I make sure to wait for those vocals to end. So I just don't cut them abruptly. If you want to cut your vocals abruptly and that's like the kind of style you're going for, then it's totally fine. But for me, I'm just gonna watch out for that here. And same here, whenever there's like those trumpets playing, I'm gonna also watch out for that whenever I make my chop. And actually, believe it or not, this is everything when it comes to the sample. So let's move on to the rest of the beat. And now when we're gonna be adding the rest of the beat, we're actually not gonna have to worry about our sample at all. Because again, we have the exact same progression all throughout the sample. So it just makes our job much easier. So first of all, what I'm gonna add here is this sub bass. So it just adds a little bit of the thickness to the entire loop. And as you can hear, it's like a very, very deep sub bass, so you can barely hear it at all. But now to add a little bit of that mid end to the bass, so you can actually hear it better, I'm just gonna layer it with a Moog synth. So I actually layered like 3 different Moog synths to make like this very thick sounding bass. And if we add that to the sub bass that we already have, it's gonna make the entire thing sound even bigger. Also, to make it work better, I'm just gonna pitch up my sample 4 semitones. And all that's left to do is just add a drum break and a couple of bongos, and that's pretty much the entire beat. Now, as I said earlier in this video, I learned this sampling technique from remaking Kanye West beats. So if you want to learn from Kanye's music as well, then check out Sample Academy, as I am currently creating a Yeezy Vault with every remake of Kanye West I ever made and every lesson I ever learned from him. So if you want to instantly get access to all the knowledge I got from Kanye, then check out Sample Academy. It's first link in the description. And yeah, that's the A/B chopping technique, and it's for sure one of my favorite sampling techniques as of right now. But if you want to learn more sampling techniques, then check out this playlist, which has every sampling technique I ever talked about.